Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 172nd episode of the Meeple Dungeon Podcast. As always, I am Rob.
And I'm Anna Marie.
And we just got back from basically a week-long camping trip down in Osoyoos, BC. Mm-hmm. And because our oldest son was doing a hockey goalie camp thing down there, so we camped rather than driving back and forth every day, which made a lot of sense. And we weren't even sure if we were able to go because we've had a wild last couple of weeks, to be perfectly honest here. We had a major fire between us and Penticton in this town called Summerland. It closed the highway and there's a whole gong show. The whole town of Summerland got evacuated. Part of Peachland got evacuated where my parents live, which is where my trailer, our trailer is stored. And so for our whole camping trip, basically the highway was closed, that we wouldn't even be able to get down there.
We didn't have a trailer.
Our trailer was stuck behind the fire lines. It was craziness. And at the 11th hour, basically the highway opened and the evacuation was lifted in Peachland, but not in Summerland. So we were actually able to get our trailer and go down there, and
they opened the highway from like 7 to 7. So we were able to get through.
And see the crazy devastation through there, which is wild. Which there's still people displaced all over the place.
I think most of the people have been able to get home now.
Have they all? Okay. All right, that's good. Well, the people that have houses, I guess. Because some aren't going to. No. Sadly,
it's very sad. That's the hardest part with the fires here, is that you're always so thankful when they bypass you, but then somebody else is losing a home.
Is getting it, right?
You know,
but however, we've had our fair share right here on our doorstep.
For sure. But I will say the firefighters and the first responders do one heck of a job keeping those houses as like protecting them as much as possible. Like they do such a good job. They do. It's wild.
They're pretty they're used to it now, right?
But like driving through like on the way to the camping trip, going from Peachland to Summerland, how you would see everything was black and then a house untouched
in the middle of it.
They did such a good job keeping as many houses as they could.
The structures, they let everything else burn, but they were able to save somehow a whole bunch. Anyway.
A whole bunch. So just shout out to them, because what a great job.
But it has been on top of the fire and us going camping and all that stuff, it has been a bit of a wacky couple weeks, so that's why we haven't really been able to record. But in that craziness, we've actually been able to play a bunch of games. So this episode is going to be a little bit different than usual.
A little stray from the traditional setup.
Because we did have a game we were about to do a review on that we're going to touch on here in a minute, but we only got to play it once before we had to really drop everything, and we didn't get to play it
as many times as we wanted to
before we left for the hockey camping thing. So we're going to do. We have a whole box of new stuff showed up at the house right when we got home today.
We'll spread them out a little bit.
We're going to talk about 2 games that came in that box of stuff in our new to the collection here shortly, and then we're going to talk about we had another game day. With Scott and Matt, the same couple guys you heard last time or a couple weeks back. We had a game day. We did that same thing again and played a whole bunch of games with them about 10 days ago or so. And then on our camping trip, we also played a whole bunch of games. So we're going to do like a segment on talking about the games that we played with Scott and Matt on the game day. And then we'll finish with our camping trip and the games we played on there. And we literally are heading to FallCon in like, what time is it right now?
Tomorrow morning.
We're recording at 7 p.m. right now.
We're
going to be leaving about 4 a.m. shortly. So we're going to get this episode recorded and we're going to get to bed here shortly. We're driving to Calgary, which is about 6.5 hours or so from our house.
I'm really excited to sleep in our bed tonight because my goodness.
Because we've been sleeping in the trailer.
I have not slept well this week.
As nice as the trailer is, they're just not the same as your bed, right?
But I don't know if it was just this particular trip, but man, I tossed and turned. Like last night I got the most sleep, but all the other nights, so I'm pretty beat. I'm excited.
It was, we didn't have our typical camp either, because the first few days we were there was pretty decent from a smoke standpoint, but then the last 2 or 3 were like, woof. So we had to spend most of our time in the trailer, but which is fine. We got to play a bunch of games while we were in there. So let's do our new to the collection. What do you have over there?
I have over here a very brightly colored box, which I am drawn to.
many good things about this one, but I don't have any idea what it is.
Me too.
I've just heard the name and everyone's saying it's great, it's great, it's great.
And I'm going to say, so on BGG it says it's a 2025. I don't think so.
Not for us.
This has
only become available in Canada in the last few months.
Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't even remember people talking about it last year. But that could be me. But anyways, what game am I talking about? I am talking about Dnup or DNUP.
Dnup or whatever.
Dnup.
Yep.
But Dnup is I'm pretty sure what people are trying.
That's what they're going for. Yeah.
It's because you can look at it one way and it says Dnup, and the other way it says Dnup.
Yeah.
If you flip it upside down.
Yeah.
So this game designed by is it Kai? Kei? Key? K?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Kajino. And published by Asmodee. So...
Yeah, I literally don't know anything about it. I threw it into our cart because I was like, this is a game people have been talking about. I'm throwing it in, and here it is.
This one super intrigues me because of how much I love Scout. Because it is not the same game, obviously. It's similar mechanic. Mm-hmm. So... I think in this one, you can pick up your card and arrange it however you want, but you can't...
But you have to pick either
up or down.
An orientation? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you can't flip... Like, when you're organizing your cards, you can't flip them upside down. You have to pick them up the way you get them, and then you can sort.
Okay.
But then it stays that way.
Okay.
And then and then I think you're putting down... You're playing kind of... It's a card shedding. You want to get rid of your cards.
Got it.
But you can make your opponents pick up their cards by... If you... beat what they've put down.
Okay.
So if you put down a pair of 2s and I put down a pair of 5s,
right.
you would have to pick up your 2s.
Oh, okay.
And so it's something kind of like
okay.
that. But
then we're gonna find out.
But then I think once you pick them up, then you have to flip your hand and play out the bottom of your hand.
Oh, interesting.
And so you're going down, up, down, up.
Okay, weird.
So
okay.
I don't fully know. Just that's kind of the gist that I've gotten from it. But I love that concept. I love Scout. I love that.
Yeah.
You pick it up. With Scout, you can't arrange it. You just pick it up as you get it. Yeah. And I love that. But then just how when you have to pick it back up, you can put it in either way.
Right.
But so I'm really excited about this.
A lot of people seem to like it. So we're going to bring that one along with us to Falcon and hopefully get a few games of that in while we're there.
I'm super excited. So that's Dnup, DNUP,
cool.
Whatever you want to call it.
Right. Okay. I have over here another small card game. This one is brand new. This one, I think, came out at Gen Con, I believe, or in and around there anyway. This is Questline. This one comes from Thunderworks Games, designed by Marc-André Lavoie and Martin Lavoie.
So it's the same ones that did Cartographers, right?
I don't know if it's Thunderworks, yeah, but I don't know if it's the same designers or not.
No, sorry. Anything that looks like that, to me says Cartographers.
Yeah, so it's in the
like
Cartographer
role
player universe. Yes.
Yeah.
It says the ordinarily sleepy hamlet of Jokerberg bustles with activity. Tonight is the Embermoot, a storytelling contest and bonfire held every 14th winter solstice. Yeah, I guess so.
But not with Ents.
This is during every 14th winter solstice.
Ooh.
You are one of many hopeful adventurers who have come to town with a knack for spinning tales. The stars are bright and the air is crisp and the bonfire blazes. Step into the light and recount your daring deeds. Is your story the stuff of legends or full of plot holes? Questline is a fast-playing, simultaneous play card game for 1 to 6 players. Compete to earn the most reputation stars or points by chaining together a sequence of 7 cards that tell your hero's most compelling story, all in about 15 minutes.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
You know how hard it was for me not to interrupt you even more than I did when I said Entmoot? Because that just got... When you said Embermoot, it just obviously made me think of Entmoot, and then I just went off on a tangent in my brain. And I was like, man, I love the Ents.
I know.
I loved that whole section reading that. Just their whole background, their whole story. I just love the Ents. And so I wasn't even listening to you describe the game. I was just thinking about the Ents and how awesome they are.
Well, that's acceptable, I guess. If you're going to daydream about Lord of the Rings, that's fine. But this does sound
But
like
it
a cool
does-
little card game where
yes.
you're putting together a line of cards and you're trying to tell a story with those cards. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work, but it says 15 minutes. It plays 1 to 6 players.
I think it'll be good. I'm excited for it.
It's highly
anyway.
rated on BGG, just
Nice.
along with pretty much all the Thunderworks games in this universe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
In the
Questline.
cartographer's universe.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
we have a bunch
Very
more
cool.
games, but we're gonna leave those for another episode.
Yeah.
So that's it for new to the collection. We are going to head over to our next segment where we're going to talk about our game day with Scott and Matt.
All right.
Alrighty then, here we are at the second segment of the episode where we're going to talk about our latest game day with Scott and Matt.
Yes.
I think they were calling it Dungeon Con or whatever. And we actually didn't play at our place because Scott had a scheduling issue. So we had to kind of pack up and head to his place. Made things a lot
great.
easier. Yep. And because of that, he had a game set up for us to play by the time we got there.
Yes,
and
he
that
did.
game we all kind of voted on because this is a game neither of us had played.
Yeah.
And it was Pirates of Maracaibo.
Yeah.
We have Maracaibo, the original. I've played it. You haven't.
I haven't.
Right. And
Common
I really
theme.
I really liked Maracaibo. But I'd heard really good things about this one,
And it's a pirate theme. So
where this is more like leaning straight into pirates,
Yeah.
right? So this one, this is the first game we played that day, and it is a game about being a pirate, obviously, and you're sailing the seas and you're going from island to island, doing a whole bunch of different things. And this one we actually played with 2 expansions.
Yes.
So as I understand, the 2 expansions we played with, one of which
one
gave
of them
us
changed the game
entirely.
drastically. So it's funny, we played Pirates of Maracaibo, but not in
not
its
the
original
typical-
state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the original version of Pirates of Maracaibo, because
Yeah.
this expansion, the second expansion that he added on, does change the game quite drastically. The first one was just kind of a must-have, right? I was surprised that it was an expansion and not part of the game, and
Right.
it was that you had you drafted out a pirate, like a head pirate, for you to be that had a somewhat asymmetrical player power,
Right.
to help you kind of through the game, to lean into and things, you know. But then the other part was that it changed the game entirely.
It did. Like, typically, I guess when you play Pirates of Maracaibo, you have to sail the islands to, like, the end, kind of, 3 times.
Yeah, because basically you have your boats set up on one end of the board, and the board is made up of cards. And the cards are just these, they're flipped over, like they're kind of mystery islands that you're
Yeah,
sailing
some are
towards.
face up, some are face down. And
Yeah, and then you sail towards these cards, moving kind of east to west up the board, and you land on a card, flip it over, reveal it, and it tells you, is this something you want to interact with, or do you have any more movement? You could move on to a different island and start exposing different islands to interact with. And from what we understood, the original game, it's kind of the first person to make it through 3 times, going from east to west 3 times.
And all points based. So, like, after the 3 rounds, whoever has the most points kind of wins.
Yeah.
However, in this version that we played
It
with
kind
this
of went out the
expansion,
window.
points didn't matter other than as a tiebreaker.
Yeah, which was
So-
really hard for me to wrap my head around, because I spent like a lot of the game trying to get a bunch of points, but it didn't really matter.
And I gave up because I'm like, not gave up. I just gave up on points because I'm like, I don't really care. Apparently, they said points don't matter.
Yeah,
So-
because the expansion that they added is this kind of this race,
A different
thing.
race.
a different race that's happening, that a bunch of cards get set off to the other side of the table, really, where you'll have a counter over there that'll keep track of how you are doing in this race over here, and what they are is just a bunch of achievements. And there's
You have,
kind of
3
like
sections, like an A, a B, and a C
there's
section.
basically C level achievements, B level achievements, and A level achievements, and you have to have accomplished a C, a B, and an A, but in a particular order depending on where your boat
And
is.
you can only see like the one level at a time. Once somebody reaches that level, they get to flip over one of like 2 potential cards, depending on which route they took.
Because I think you get to see all the C level achievements.
Yeah, and then you pick there which one you want to go to, and then from there you've got like 2 cards attached to the one you went to. So if you're following the same path as someone, well, then they're ahead of you. You're going to see what cards they've flipped over. But if you're the first one, you're like, okay, I've achieved this one, and now I'm going to
But now that one's only going to
flip
give
that.
you a choice of picking between two
Yes.
of the B level achievements. So you might not be able to, like, you start to get streamlined through the achievement
Right.
cards because there's a whole bunch of them.
Yes.
That you can work your way through. But once you've kind of set yourself on a path through these different achievements, you kind of have to work your way up.
And it's going to be like, okay, to achieve this one, you need to be on this island. So you have to travel to that island, but you have to have achieved this.
Yeah,
first.
you have to have achieved
So,
having this much gold or something like that and land on this island. Okay, that's achievement C. Okay,
so
great.
then you land on that, then you do that action, and then you choose another part in the path. And so it's
then you flip over a card that's either this one or that one, a left or a right, and see what it is and see if it's something that you're able to do.
And so generally in this version of the game, whoever wins that race wins the game.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter about points.
Because when you get to the A level things, there's like, say, 3 different A level cards that are available at the end of when everyone wiggles their way up through these achievements. And all of those will require some level of points, say 25, 35, or 45 points or something like that, as well as X,
So you
having
will have
buried
had to have...
so many pearls or so many jewels or have this many upgrades to your ship or something along those lines. So we'll have gone through playing the game basically the regular way, going around to the islands and interacting and doing raids and all these things.
They have another a sideboard too, where you're actually in the town of, I think, Maracaibo.
Yeah, where you walk your person.
And you have like your person and you're traveling them around, and so you have to get so far on that in order to be able to complete things as well.
Yeah.
So
so there's all these different parts of the game, and you're gaining points for doing all these various things. But you may have, say, like, I don't know, let's call it 80 points, right?
Yeah.
And then when you look at the other side with the expansion with the different objectives that you have to complete, the A might only require
35.
30.
Or no, that's like almost at the end is to get 35. You might need like 10 points to get here or
and you're just
whatever.
like, so you've got like so many points, you've done so many things, but like the requirement to actually finish the race through the objective pathway thing could ask for like half or less of the points that you've actually acquired through the game. But maybe you could have like 80 points, right? Or something stupid, and to finish the game right now just requires you to have 25.
Yeah.
But I've only buried 4 pearls and I need 6 buried, right? So like I've done way more things and points that I need to finish this game, but I just haven't buried enough pearls yet, which is kind of a different aspect of the game. So it was like a really weird thing. And I asked both of them, I was like, oh, guys, what do you feel about like this versus like the original game? They're like, I don't know. We're like, both are good. So I'd be very curious to just play the regular game without that expansion.
And then play it again.
Yeah. And see kind of how the regular game would work, just moving your way through the islands and doing the things and trying to get as many points as possible and winning that way.
And then trying again and trying
versus the other thing. Yeah, because it was a really tough balancing act of so why bother getting all this stuff? Like, it was weird. It was a weird one. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But it was
still
weird.
A balance. You still had to make sure you were getting money so you could buy the cards, so you could gain the things. And because then the cards would help you like upgrade your ship, and that helped you with doing all of the other things you needed to do when you're like shooting your cannons and you're upgrading those. And so it was super cool. So it was
very good. I liked what we were doing. I liked sailing around, going to the islands and doing all the piratey stuff. Just that race thing, I'm not totally sold on.
No, I think that's where, like you said, playing again and again and again, playing a few times in the different ways, like playing the original a couple times and then playing the one with the expansions we played a couple more times to be like, okay, and maybe it is that like they're both good and you just tonight I feel like playing like this.
They seem to think both were good.
Yeah.
And to me, my brain works differently than that expansion. My brain worked the original way.
And I'm curious if you would feel differently right now had we played the original first, being like, okay, this is how you play the original.
Maybe. I don't know.
And now going into this one knowing we don't really care about that.
Yeah.
And then, so it's interesting.
Hard to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Really hard to say. I don't know. I'd like to play the original and then try that again. But so the jury's kind of out on that. It is a good game. I liked it a lot. And it's one I would like to get my hands on eventually.
And I think one of the things I did like about it is that it was pretty unique in the sense that it was pretty much like almost always they said it's going to be whoever wins that race just wins the game.
That's exactly what it is.
And that's, but it wouldn't necessarily, because if depending on, like in our game, Scott finished first. Mm-hmm. So he pretty much, he won. But Matt had started the game, who was sitting right beside Scott. Mm-hmm. So if, say, Matt had finished, we would all get another turn, almost like another 2 turns, the way that it kind of worked.
Okay.
But because Scott finished, it kind of just ended, like with him. Maybe we all got, I think, one more turn, but I you would have needed a couple. But... So it was interesting that way because if somebody had been able to also make it to the top, then it could have gone down to like tiebreakers. Yeah. But it doesn't. It seems like more often than not, from what they said, is the person who finishes first is the winner.
My brain just doesn't work that way where it's like, oh, I've got enough points. It's like, no, I should be trying to get as many as possible. For sure.
That's almost like every game ever.
Right? Yeah. So it just doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. But it was fun. So we did both enjoy our play. We'll just have to play some more with that one.
Absolutely.
The next one we moved on to was a trick taker called No Loose Ends.
Yeah, this one's
from Gamehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one was, I think Scott said, his favorite trick-taking game. And after playing it, it's right up there for me as well. This one was a neat one.
Super interesting.
So this one worked in the way that the theme of this one was that you were kind of criminals. And you're...
I had to make sure you had no loose ends.
Yeah, you're like doing a heist sort of thing or whatever, and you got to tie up your loose ends so you can't get caught, right? So what you're trying to do is you get dealt your hand of cards, and then you have to decide by looking at your hand how many tricks you think you can take.
And what suits you want to win those tricks in.
Yes, because I think there's 4 or 5 suits.
Yeah, one's wild. I think blue. Blue is like your trump suit.
And so you're looking at your cards, and you have to decide for yourself, okay, I think I can take a purple trick, and another purple trick, and a yellow trick, for instance. And I would have to put down a purple, and a yellow card in front
out of your hand. So taking those out of your hand now. So now you can no longer use those to win the tricks, or not, but they're out on the table.
Yeah, and those are very important because
you're laying them down like player by player. So you're starting to see like, oh, I'm going to win 3 yellow tricks, and they're gonna win
one of us is not going to be winning 3 yellow tricks.
He's going to win 2 yellow tricks.
Yeah.
How's this going to work?
So, and the putting your cards down there's a lot of thought that has to be put into these cards because there's a couple ways you can win these tricks.
Not just typical.
Right. So like, card. If I win a yellow trick, great. I can then win a yellow trick, bring it over, and put it on top of one of my yellow cards. And cover it up, and that's kind of tying up a loose end, right?
Yes.
So the whole point is I want to cover up each one of those with a trick. I can cover them up in one of 2 ways. I can either win a trick of the matching color.
Yep.
Let's say a yellow trick and cover it up and be done with it. Or I can win with the matching number.
Yes. So let's say I put down, for saying I was going to win a yellow trick, it was a yellow 7.
Yeah.
It's like, but I win the trick with a blue trump 7.
Yep.
Because it's a 7 on a 7.
The 7 can cover it just as well as a yellow card could cover it. So you have to be mindful about, okay, if I put down a 3 yellow, chances of me winning a 3 trick to cover that is almost impossible. So I'm going to have to win that with a yellow card and to cover it up. So you have to really be careful about what you're doing and how many tricks you're planning to
It's like maybe you have like 4 10s in your hand, and so you put down a yellow 10. But you could win that with a purple trick of a purple 10.
You could win that with a purple 10, yes. You could cover it with a 10. Any 10 could cover that 10, but otherwise it would have to be a purple. The matching purple.
Yes.
To do it. It could be any card that you want a purple trick with.
Interesting that you have to win in a couple different ways you can win the tricks.
Because that's the way you're going to keep going, is you get points for doing that correctly and being at the end of the round, being like, I covered all my the tricks that all my loose ends are tied, I've got no cards left, great. But if you do have extra cards and you've won extra tricks or not enough tricks, then you've got loose ends and you get negative points for that.
Yeah.
And you get hit pretty hard. And it's awesome.
Yes.
I really like that.
That was a great game.
Yeah. So
a neat concept and
yeah,
a neat way to change the trick taking like mechanics, right?
I really
really
liked
cool.
it. It was super fun. Enough that I immediately put it in my cart and ordered it.
Yes, you did. And they actually laughed at you because you're like, well, that is now added to my cart.
Yep. I just have an open cart while I'm sitting at game days like that and just adding things. But yeah, that one was instantly added to my cart and is going to be making its way here. The next game we played was one of your favorites. They asked us to teach them this one.
Yeah.
That was Dice Forge.
Yeah. Our oldest really likes this game, so I've played this a ton with him. Mm-hmm. I really like it too. It's a fantastic game. It's quick and
it's about literally forging dice. So you have these dice that come with modular bits, like plates on them, and you are going to be increasing those.
You're going to be modifying them, making them better. So and the way they've done it too, other probably have other games, but you have the little face of the die will just like pop it out.
Yeah, you can use, so let's say you're gaining a new face that's giving you 3 gold versus 1 gold.
Yeah.
You take that out of the tray and then you can actually use the corner of that new face. And pop out the old one
really simply
and snap the new one into place. They're engineered really well.
The first time we played it, I was like, how in the heck am I supposed to do this? I'm like,
Breaking
my nails are not this strong.
Yeah.
And then like, oh.
Yeah, they actually engineered it
This is really
well.
smart.
Yeah. And it's just a kind of a loose theme about going and doing these, you're kind of like Hercules
doing offering to the gods
style stuff,
or you're making a sacrifice or something like that.
All these kind of things where you're gaining cards that help you and or gaining resources and then using those resources to pay for new faces of your dice.
Pay gold to upgrade your dice.
Yeah.
And then you're going to basically purchase a card, and the cards are going to help you. They're going to give you game end scoring, and they're also going to give you bonuses that you can do like an instant or that you have during your turn, like as an ongoing effect, or just purely points.
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of building up what you're doing. Super simple, super fun.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed Dice Forge.
And you only play I think it's 9 rounds or 8 rounds
it's quick.
or something.
With
real
4
quick.
people, 2 or 4 people, you play 9 rounds, and then with 3 people, you play 8.
Yeah.
Or 10.
Pretty dang quick.
10.
And really cool concept to forging your dice.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, anytime, just I guess, so like when you get your dice, the reason you want to upgrade them, every time on your turn, you're going to roll them, and everybody rolls them, like the first part of the turn.
Constantly rolling these dice.
Yeah, and so you're not just sitting there while other people have their turn. You're also rolling. Every time you roll, you're increasing whatever you rolled.
Yep.
So if I rolled gold, I'm increasing my gold. If I rolled sun shards, I'm increasing those.
Yep.
If I rolled points, I'm increasing my points.
Yeah.
So you have these tracks that you're just constantly moving up, so that when it gets to your turn, you've got resources to do the things.
Yeah,
whether it's buying a card with your shards, your sun and moon shards, or spending gold to increase your die faces.
Or straight up collecting victory points.
Yes.
You can just have victory points on the face of your die and just roll points and just gaining points.
You, I believe, slaughtered us.
I did,
that game. You had
some
the
crazy
luckiest dice rolls. You upgraded your dice perfectly.
Yep.
You got he had like a 3 times multiplier.
And I would roll
and a 4
4
victory point. So he was getting like 12 victory points. Multiple times, over and over.
12 points.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, just smoked you guys.
You did. Awesome. Like, when I say slaughter, like,
yeah, it was
so bad.
I think I doubled second place.
Which I think was me.
Yeah.
And I think it was, and I was like, I'm doing not too bad. And you were just like, whoa, blew
it was
past us.
It's a cool one. It's quick, it's fun, it's unique.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I really like that. And that's
really
Dice Forge.
recommend Dice Forge, yeah. Then we played a whopper of a game. This one's brand new. This one's an exciting one. This is a game that we're going to be doing a review of. So we're only going to touch on this just briefly. This is The Game Makers.
Yes.
From Bezier Games. This one is hot off the press. Major player at Gen Con. These were selling like hotcakes. Super cool game. This is a game about making games.
Right.
And they got the license to work with basically all the cool board games. Like,
there's so many.
There's pictures of boxes of games from all over the gaming world. Just basically your favorite game is likely in this game to be made. It literally it is. They have so many games that you can make in this. And it's a cool we're not going to talk too much about it because we're going to have Matt and Scott come and review this with us probably in the next month or so. But if you've played Fromage, it's got a similar mechanism going on where you are placing out your workers into a rondelle, and then you're going to spin that rondelle every turn, and whoever's
next in line in the next piece of the pie for let's say
the next piece of the pie comes up, and you have a worker there, you're going to then take them out and you're going to move them to a new spot, and you're going to do whatever action is in that open spot where you place them, and then you're going to spin the rondelle. And if you
have nobody there, you don't do anything.
But then if you spin it again and you have a couple workers there, you can take them and move them to other spots further down the line, and just keep doing this. So that mechanism is really cool, and it's the main thing that goes on here.
Yeah.
And it's all about building out basically a board game shelf, a 4x4, I believe, grid of games.
I don't remember.
Or maybe
the
4x5 it might be. I don't remember exactly.
I feel like it's longer on the bottom.
I think it's 4x4. But it doesn't matter.
I'd say 5x4, but you're probably right.
Either way, you're building out a shelf with the game.
We're
faces.
both wrong. It's 4x3.
Oh, 4x3.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
you're only ever going to make up to 12 games in this game if you fully fill your bookshelf with these games. But there's a whole bunch that goes into the rows and columns and how you build them and why and when and the different synergies these games have with each other. There's like Euro games and American games and family games and all these different categories to these games and then they bounce off each other in the rows and columns and give different bonuses depending on what's beside what and what's below what and this type of thing. So it was awesome. We really, really enjoyed our first play of it. We're going to play again here shortly, probably in the next couple of weeks.
You mean you don't know how you feel about the game?
Yeah, right.
Until we get to our review of it.
That's right. It was cool. But yeah, before we do a actual review of it, we'll play it again, and then we'll probably get at least one of those guys to come and talk with us about it as well. So you'll be hearing more about the game makers within the next 3-4 weeks. You'll hear about it before we go to Maui. That's for sure, which is about 5 weeks away.
I hope so.
I think so.
You make a lot of bold statements here.
Oh, I really want to play it again. So
I do too.
And I know Matt is listening to this, and he's probably like, "Well, let's do it tomorrow." Do it now. So we'll talk with you, Matt. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So what did we play right after that?
We played My Favorite Things.
Probably the weirdest, most bizarre trick-taking game ever made.
The fact that it was a trick-taking game was hilarious.
So this one, it's called My Favorite Things. It's from Iello Games. So this is a trick-taking game where you get a deck of cards, but the cards are all blank. And so what does that mean? Well, let's say me and Anna-Marie are playing. Yeah. It doesn't. I wouldn't recommend 2 players.
Yeah, more than 2.
Say you want 4 players, but me and Anna-Marie, whatever. I send a card over to Anna-Marie, and it's going to have a theme written on it. Yeah. Could be like favorite Star Wars characters, let's say.
Yes.
And then Anna-Marie is going to have to go on her blank set of 5 cards and rank her favorite Star Wars characters from 1 to favorite to least favorite, 1 to 5 or whatever the numbers were, and start off with, say, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, so and so, and boom, 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 down the line, and then she's going to give them back to me.
And then so you have your top 5, and then you have another one that's got a star, and that's your least favorite.
Right. So your top 5 favorites, and then the one that you don't like the most.
Yes.
Or whatever. However you've worded it.
However you want to. Yeah.
And then She's going to give those cards back to me shuffled up.
And I've given him a theme. He's done the same, a totally different theme. He's done the same thing. Other people have done the same. If they're playing with 4 people, you've all written one out and you've passed it around. Yeah.
So you all end up with this deck of cards of opinions from someone else at the table on a various theme, because the theme I gave to Anna Marie is different than the theme that I got. That is different than the theme that Scott got, and different than what Matt got. We all have different themes and different thoughts on these themes, and then we get those decks given back to us. So I get the deck given back to me with your opinion on Star Wars characters, and I chose the theme for you. Exactly. And now I have to use those cards in trick taking, assuming I know which one of your cards I think is your favorite character in this particular.
Assuming you're wanting to know which ones I chose as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my not favorite.
Right, because if we're going to win this particular round and this trick, I have to be like, well, I think this is her second favorite, and I'm going to use it now, and I'm going to throw it into the trick and see how it goes. Because then when everyone puts their cards in, then you pull the card out from behind the sleeve, and then there's a number on the backside, and then you see actually what number that was, and you're like, oh man, it was her 4th favorite. Oh, I didn't get. And then it kind of screws you up. And
so you're really, and I messed this up hard on the first round that we played, is you want to give a theme to the person you're passing it to where you think you're going to know their answers. Right? I gave some...
want to try to...
Yeah, I gave some oddball theme because it was the first thing that popped into my head, and I gave it to Scott, and then... I got the answers back, and I'm like, why did I pick this? Like, I have no idea what order these are in. I was like, okay,
very difficult.
I know what I need to do for round 2.
And the funny thing, too, is that even when you got, like, a good theme, like, say, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, I think both of those came up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, this should be pretty easy. Rob and Lord of the Rings, this should be pretty easy. And I write the characters down. You get them back. Oh, man, these are all 5 of these characters are amazing. Which one of these is his favorite?
Yeah.
Right? If you didn't know, like, I know you would know.
Yes.
But Matt, for instance, beside me, or Scott, or whoever I gave it to, was like, oh, man, but these are all awesome characters. Which one of these is his favorite?
And then when he got down, and he was like... Oh, I can see cases for both of them.
Yeah, right?
Is it this or is it this?
Yeah, and then you really have to be like, oh, man. So it's like you'd think that Lord of the Rings is that's a pretty safe thing that we can figure out. Nope, because...
Everybody is different in
everyone's different,
what speaks to them. So it's so interesting.
And so he's like deliberating with himself. Like, if I put this one down, do I put this one?
Yeah.
It's got to be one of these 2.
I was like, oh, I wish I had those cards.
Yeah. And then
I wish I didn't pick this stupid theme for Scott.
Yeah. It was like politics or...
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was bad.
Could have gone a little funner than that, I suppose.
I didn't understand how the game played. So I was like, oh, I really should have picked something I knew more about Scott's opinion on, which I totally didn't.
We were pretty
I was
blue at the beginning, yeah.
Those kinds of games, too, for me... Sometimes I just can't think of anything. And so I was like, oh, something popped into my head. I'm just going to write it down because otherwise I'm sitting here. Like we played Sidetrack. What was it? Guerrilla
Marketing?
Yeah, we didn't play it this time, but like at another time. And I was crying. I was laughing so hard that night because I like literally my mind blanked. Like it wasn't even like, oh, I can't think of something. It was like I could think of nothing. Yeah. Nothing. And I was in a fit of giggles because I just was like, I'm so sorry, but my brain is not functioning in this round with what I need to write. So that's, I think, why I was like, I don't want to have that situation again. So I just wrote politics, I think, and it was just like,
what's your favorite politic of the day? It's like,
so, anyways, it was an interesting game.
It was a bizarre game.
Yeah.
It is hilarious.
Yes.
But not a game that you'd want to play all the time. Like, it's like, I would bust it out with the right group.
For sure.
To play around and be done with it. And then you're done. We've each done it twice, 2-3 times, and we're done. Yeah. Right? And then I don't even care about winning.
No,
that
it's
game.
one of those
It's all
games...
about guessing which of these characters is your favorite, or what do you like. What's your favorite type of beer? I was just happy
that I got like 1 point in that game.
Yeah, right. So like, it was just a fun, silly game, but easily the most bizarre trick-taking game we've ever played.
Super interesting. I did enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, and then we finished off the night with another small game, but this one was really cool. This one's called Big Top. It comes from
Yeah.
Allplay. This one is a circus-themed game where you're making bids on different circus acts, and I guess you're bidding on them to join your circus or thematically or something like that. Really interesting. Hidden money behind your screen, and we're each kind of bidding on a card. Like I'll be putting a card out for bid.
Yes.
And then you guys are bidding on it.
And so basically the bid, whatever the highest bid is, all the money is going to go to you because it was your turn and you put the card out.
And then that card becomes part of your tableau.
Yes, unless you outbid everybody, in which case you take your money and put it into the general supply.
Yes.
So interesting.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
And you have to get each card has requirements on it where you have to put coins onto the card to basically score the card by the end of the game.
Yep.
So you're bidding to acquire cards, and then you slowly have to add coins to the cards throughout the game to eventually score them. And it's really funny. There's like the money is kind of tight, and you're constantly like, there's some pretty big swinging cards where you're just like, oh, that card would be awesome for me, and
you can go 15.
Yeah, you could do it. 15. Just go to it.
They're going back and forth, and then
you're
some of
pitting
them
each other
got so high. Some of them got into the 20s.
Yeah,
like, oh my goodness.
And so there's various reasons as why you would want to purchase one of these cards.
Yeah.
And why you wouldn't, or maybe you have no money and you try to trick everyone into spending more money on these things. Really cool. Liked it a lot. In fact, I threw that one into the
good old cart.
Into the cart as well while we were playing, because I liked it so much.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah, it's a neat little it's a card bluffing purchasing game. It's really cool. I liked it. Cool bidding game. Liked it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
So that was the end of our game day with Scott and Matt.
Yep.
And we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll tell you about all the games we played while we were camping. We'll be right back. Alrighty then, here we are at the final segment of the episode where we are going to be taking a look at all the games we played during our latest camping trip. But we did play one before we left for camping.
Pre-camping trip, but like day of camping trip.
Yeah, this was in the morning of, and we only got to play through it once, so we were planning on doing a review of this one
but we want to play
this
it more.
episode, but we definitely want to play it a couple more times before we do that. What game are we talking about?
Wondrous Creatures.
Yeah, from Bad Comet Games.
Yes. So not going to talk too much about this one because we do want to do a full review on it. This is from Bad Comet, who also did Life of the Amazonia.
Yeah, which was the review of our last episode.
Yeah, it's one of the 3 trilogy games.
That doesn't exist.
It's the publisher. I figured out that it's the publisher. And I heard them all talked about in the same video, so that's where my brain thought they were a trilogy of games.
And they are not. But Wondrous Creatures was a cool game. We didn't only play it the one time. And what you're doing in that game is you kind of take on a persona of kind of a I don't even know what these are. They kind of like god people, or like no?
You're literally a traveler.
Part of a tribe.
You're a traveler, and you're on.
It kind of looks like Maui.
Yeah, well, your character does, yes, but you're on the seas, and you see this creature that you've never seen before, and you
the benevolent creature guardian,
and you follow this creature, and you just find this island of wondrous creatures, and so you're trying to make almost like a preserve or something, just of all these really cool creatures. Yeah,
what you're doing is it's a kind of a worker placement game where there's this part of the board is a map of this island that you're trekking around on, and you're putting your workers out onto the island, and you're gaining resources, and then you're using those resources for purchasing cards, and these cards have all these wondrous creatures on them, and you're kind of assembling kind of a kind of information. I guess I think you're kind of studying these animals is kind of what I would picture is happening here. So you kind of have all these cards laid out from left to right with all these various powers on them, and some have some instants and some ongoing things, and
we'll talk about it all a lot more.
Yeah, it's a really cool game that we're really enjoying, but we do have to play it. We only played it once at 2-player. We'd like to play this with 3 or 4 players a couple more times as well. But you'll be hearing about that shortly. This will be the feature in our next episode. Yep. That'll be for sure. Or actually, no, it won't.
I was going to say, and that's not true.
Our next episode is going to be a recap of FallCon.
Yes.
The following episode will be all about
creatures.
Wondrous creatures, okay?
Yes.
So, but then we did leave that morning off for Asoyas, and we played some games. What's the first game we played? It was Rattus.
Yes.
The big box edition.
Yes.
From Z-Man Games. This is one you'd been really
I've been jonesing to play this so hard. And so what an interesting game.
Very interesting.
Interesting game.
I didn't know anything about this one.
Yeah, you're basically trying to save people from the plague. And the rats are, moving around. We've got the little plague doctor, and then the plague is spreading around, and you have these characters, and you're trying to you basically on your turn you can take a character and then apply its effects.
Cards.
Yeah,
right? There's like 8
character cards.
8 different character cards, I think, for every game.
6, I think.
6
and
or 8
there's
cards?
and when you, depending on your player count, you play with different numbers of cards, but they have like little powers, abilities on them, and you take one, and then you have your turn, and then then when it's the other person's turn, they get to take a card, but they can take one that you have, so they can take your card from you.
Yeah.
So or they can take a different one, and it's basically they're beneficial to you. But then you could get to the point where you're like, oh, I don't want this card anymore. And you want them to take it from you, but you can't get rid of it unless they take it from you.
Because the whole point of it is you're trying to get all of your little people, your population out onto the board as quickly as possible. Because as soon as you have them all out there,
in areas safe from the plague, so because you can only put your characters out, your population can only go out on the board where the plague exists, and then you're trying to get rid of the plague with your characters still there. And
it's a really neat thing because you're on your turn. These cards are a big deal because these 6 different cards, these 6 different characters have different powers that really help your turn. But the more of them you have, the more of your people are going to die, because every time you reveal some rats in a section with the plague, it'll show different symbols in there. It'll tell you a number, and if there's that many people or more at that location, then the plague is going to attack. And if it does attack, it's going to kill so many people. And if they have these symbols, which match those
cards
symbols that are on the cards that you're able to take, you're going to lose more people. So having all those cards is great. But as soon as these rat tokens get flipped over, and you're going to start just purging people being killed, and kind of setting yourself back for the more of those people, more of those cards that you have. So it's a balancing game of which cards do I want and when do I want them, and when's it right for me to steal one from you, or should I take one that's not been taken yet? So it's a really cool, really, really neat game. I liked it a lot. It was a lot different than I had anticipated.
And we have the big box, but we've only played the base version. So I'm really excited to dip into some of those expansions and give them a try. And we only played it 2-player as well. Yeah. And I think this game would sing at a higher player count. We both
thought that for sure. We thought it was fun at 2, but they would be very good with 3 or 4. Probably 3 would be the best, I'm going to bet. Just so that it wasn't just back and forth between me and you. Adding in another population with another person with different cards, and they're taking cards as well, would be really awesome. So we're gonna try that. I think
even maybe more than 3. I think like it's a higher player count.
I think you want 3 or minimum, because 2 was fine, but I think it would be much better.
I agree.
With more.
But so I'm excited to see how that goes. But I did enjoy it, so I'm excited to see where
it was decent with 2
with a higher player count.
But I think it'd be very
and some of the
good.
expansions as well.
Yeah, with 3 or more.
Yeah.
The next one we moved on to was a reprinting of Marshmallow Test in Pinatas.
That's right.
From Allplay. So we were able to get our own copy of
Marshmallow
Test, but in the form of pinatas,
which was hilarious because we were actually coming back from a hockey night, and we were listening to one of the Dice Towers, like it was one of those quick kind of review things, or and we were just listening, and you had Pinatas came up, and you're like, oh, I've been wanting to get that for a long time.
It's been sold out for the last like year.
Yeah, and then I heard him say, like, oh, and like, oh, it's like the reimplementation of Marshmallow Test, and I was like, Pinatas as Marshmallow Test? And you said, what?
I'm like, really?
And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he just said that Pinatas is Marshmallow Test. So we rewound the video.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh, that's amazing, because it's one you
had
wanted.
I just heard it was an awesome trick-taking game, but I had no idea that it was.
And so then we were perfect, because Marshmallow Test is out of print. You can't get it.
Nope.
And so then we played Pinatas.
Yeah, and it was great. It's a fantastic trick-taking game. We played it with both our boys.
Yeah.
And they enjoyed it as well. Really, really good game.
That's fantastic. The colors were so vibrant. Pinatas
compared to
Marshmallow Test. Yeah.
Yeah, which is white. Yeah.
Yeah, the marshmallows were fun to play with because they were like soft and squishy, but the candy from the pinatas and the pinatas themselves to show what color is Trump, and just fun.
Yeah,
like it was really bright, so I'm really happy with that version.
Yeah. That's currently one of my. I mean, that right now, that along with Loose Ends and the Christmas.
Oh, that I was going to say.
Ghost of Christmas. Those are probably my three
Ghost
favorite
of Christmas.
trick takers right now that aren't like more elaborate, like Lord of the Rings trick takings.
Yeah,
pretty awesome, obviously. But these kind of smaller ones, these ones are really doing it for me right now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was a really great one. With pinatas.
And then we moved on to River Valley Glassworks.
Yeah,
another one from Allplay.
Man. The funniest thing about this one
we were definitely late to the party on this game.
Well, yeah, we had it and we just didn't get to it.
It's great.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It says on here that play time is 25 to 45 minutes.
Nope.
Man, we played a game in 8 minutes.
Yep.
And some maybe 10.
They were 3 games quick. In half an hour.
Yes.
Yes.
And then a little bit longer when we played with the boys.
Yeah, each game was about 20 minutes with both boys. With 4 of us, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
With the 2 of us, it was 10 or less.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Like, I don't know if we're just not strategizing enough.
I don't know.
but it was awesome. Yeah, and it was great, though.
It's all about kind of drafting glass, sort of.
Yeah.
You kind of place a piece of glass into the river, and then you can pick glass from either the left or the right and grab that and throw it onto your board. And then you're creating rows and columns of different colored glass, and kind of the further your rows go and the higher your columns go, the more points you're going to get. And
it's
really,
funny.
really good.
They on BGG, they say best at 2. And I don't
know. I didn't mind it at all.
I didn't mind it at any. I feel like with how quick it is.
Yeah, I thought it was great for any player count.
It didn't matter what player count we played at.
Nope.
I thought it was totally
I liked it at 2 and I liked it at 4. So,
yeah, me too.
So yeah, that was a really good one. Really enjoyed that one. Then we moved on to a game we'd played about a month ago with Scott and Matt, Forced Shuffle. Because we got our own copy of Forced Shuffle.
That's right.
And we have 2 expansions for it. We didn't play with either of them. We were just trying to get our feet wet again back with just the regular game. But yeah, that game is so good. Forced Shuffle's great. Good.
I definitely see us playing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you can go on a different path every single time. Every game. It's like, okay, this game I'm going to focus on trees. This game I'm going to focus on this, and then you think you're going to focus on it, and then it doesn't happen, so you got to switch gears. Yep. It's like, okay. Yep. So, but yeah, so
Forced Shuffle's fantastic. I'm sure everyone's already heard how good it is. We'll probably bring that one along with us to Falcon. Along with, we'll bring River Valley Glassworks along with us to Falcon as well, because the boys really did like that one too. But yeah, Forced Shuffle is really, really good. Yeah. Obviously. We'll be playing more of that.
Yes.
Fairly often. Then we played another game of River Valley Glassworks. But we just talked about that. Then we moved on to Mr.Jack.
Yes.
Which is one of our favorite 2-player games. This one is if you haven't played Mr.Jack, it's all about basically Jack the Ripper.
Yes.
But they call it Mr.Jack to make it a little less...
yes, stabby.
Yeah, a little less ugly.
Yes.
This one's a hidden movement game.
But the nice thing is, like, none of that comes through. So,
no,
like,
this is cops and robbers.
This is definitely a family game.
Yeah.
You can play with anybody because the theme is not
It has
prevalent,
nothing to do
really.
with him killing
no.
anyone. It's just about catching
the bad guy.
The bad guy.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's cool. It's hidden movement, and there's different clues as to who the person is, because there's like lit up lamps in the streets, and whoever's next to a lamp is illuminated, and whoever's not next to a lamp is not illuminated,
Visible or invisible.
And then Jack has to declare after every round if he is illuminated, visible or invisible, and then that really cuts down like the different
you kind of know which some characters that might be safe, that like are innocent, and some that might you don't know yet.
It really starts to help you narrow down who he is and where he might be.
Yeah.
And you take turns moving the players around, and in one round you move first and I move 2 and you move last, and the next round I move first, you move 2 and I move last, that type of thing. Really cool. And then so you're kind of trying to fool each other into which characters are moving and where you're moving.
And it is a 2-player game.
Fully 2-player.
You might have said that already, but just in case you didn't.
Yep, full 2-player, one of our favorites. Really, really good.
So good.
Highly recommend it. If you like 2-player games, Mr.Jack is so good. There's also Mr.Jack Pocket out there, which is a smaller version of it.
I think there's isn't there a Mr.Jack in,
I think there's a Mr.Jack New York or something. I don't know about that one,
but this original one, man, is great.
It's great. 2-player game that's super, super stellar.
Yeah.
Then we played one of our oldest boy's favorite game, probably his favorite game, Flock Together.
Yes.
This one is so good.
We played this at FallCon last year.
Yeah.
And man, the last he has been itching to play. Mm-hmm. He's like, "Can we play Flock Together?"
Was it last year? I think it was 2 years ago.
I was thinking that too. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah. He's like, "Let's play Flock Together, Flock Together, Flock Together," and we're like, when we're camping. We will take it when we go camping.
Yeah.
And so funny
it's
watching
so
him
good.
with that game. He's
so into it.
It's one of those things where you have to sit down.
Relax,
sit down again.
Just
it's
calm
all good.
down.
He's
standing there and he's basically pacing.
We could do this and we could do that. Yeah. No. I think we can do this. And he is just.
You need to do this and we need to do that. And if we do this, we could do this. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. Just hold on. It's my turn though.
Let's just wait till 4 turns ahead of where we are.
Yeah.
That is a game where I could see him sitting down and playing it by himself with 3 different characters.
I think he could
and he would sit there and play one character, then you would go play the next, and he would go do that by himself and just be totally content.
It's an amazing co-op game. If you don't know, it's about you each playing as a different chicken in a coop, and you're like humanoid chickens, right, with hats and coats and glasses.
They're all personas too. Yeah. They've got Wyatt Chirp. Different
pun names for the different animals. There's all the different chickens
Winston
versus
Coop Hill.
Yeah.
They've got different
versus all these different bad guys. Like there's an owl and a rat and a hawk and a snake and all these bad guys that are outside the coop that are trying to attack and kill you. And you're basically defending the coop and trying to take down the bad guys. Really good.
I think we did a review on Flock Together.
I don't know if we did or not, but
I don't know if we did. I thought we did, but
we can take a look. If we haven't, we could do one because it's really good.
But I think we did because that game was so good, and it's one that I was anticipating quite a bit, and
I think we may have.
Yeah, and it's so good. So
if we didn't, we might because it's fantastic.
Yeah, it was so good to get it to the table again.
He had so much fun with it.
So much fun, yeah. So that's good. Let's Flock Together.
Yeah, and then we rounded off our trip on the last night with I said it on Twitter, I was like, it'd be blasphemous for us to go camping and not get in a few games of Flip 7.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So Flip 7, we finally finished off our weekend with some games of Flip 7, and it was just awesome as always.
Oh,
I think we have 3 more different editions of Flip 7 coming to us. There's Flip 7 with a Vengeance. There's Flip 7, something like Turbo Skull or something. I don't forget what that one was. And then there was a Flip 7 The Grinch.
Man, I was trying to get that so hard this Christmas, but it was only available in the States.
Yep,
and
but I have it.
I know, because you're amazing.
Yep.
But I was trying to look and be like, oh, honestly, I was thinking of going to a Soyuz because the border is just over there, and it's like I was looking up I'm like, they've got it at Walmart right across the line.
Yeah.
Like this is the closest, and we were down there or around that in that
hockey,
area for something. I think we might have been playing in Princeton or something, and I was like, oh, can we can we just make a day trip and like go down? And you're like, no.
No, we're not driving an hour and a half for a $15 card
But
game.
it's the Grinch Flip 7.
Yeah. But we have one coming. And we've, like I said, we have 3 more different versions coming.
That game is great.
It's so good. If you haven't played Flip 7, you should. You can find it at pretty much anywhere. All your friendly game stores will have it, but also so do the box stores have it as well. So if you want to find it, go get it because it's tremendous.
It's so good.
And look at that. It is 1 hour on the dot.
All right.
So we are going to call that an episode because we have to get
to bed,
some stuff packed and in bed because we have to hit the road shortly for Calgary and off to FallCon. So I might even put some videos, some shorts up of us at FallCon and various experiences we have in there. So look for those on YouTube. And I've not gone out and filmed a short and like published it. I've done it in a very controlled way.
So like be gentle. I
just don't know how exactly it's gonna go. But I'm gonna see.
Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't.
We'll see.
Might be rough.
I'm going to attempt to do it anyway.
Okay.
And so you can find us on X at Meeple Dungeon. Same with Blue Sky and Instagram. You can see all the games that we've been talking about are all on there. You can see various pictures there. And on YouTube, I'm going to try to do the shorts of us at FallCon, see how that goes while we're there. And if you'd like to contact us, it's themeepledungeon@gmail.com. We're going to run and get to bed and head to FallCon. And if you're there, come find us. I'll be wearing Meeple Dungeon stuff for sure. I'll be the big, tall guy with a beard, tattoos, and Meeple Dungeon shirt.
Yes.
You should be able to find me. And then Anna Marie will be beside me.
Short.
Yeah, short. Much, about a foot shorter than me. And so we're going to run, and we will see you when we get back from FallCon. Cheers.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye-bye.